Hey guys, Youngblood Fantasy 91 here, and I'm going to take your advice, Mephistan, and actually respond to you. First of all, I want to thank you for opening up this discourse because, A, you opened it up rationally, and B, I feel this is something that I really need to talk about because, I haven't made a commentary community video in a long time, and back in the day, I used to make those exhortation videos about what I think is wrong with the community and how, things should change. I mean, maybe it wasn't as stringent as I'm making it out to be, but I'm pretty sure I did talk about how the community could be improved if people did this or that. So I guess since I am one of those overrated commentators, I figured why not talk about the commentary community. But in all seriousness, yes, I do feel that I should talk about this entire issue because I've been a member of the community for God knows how long. I found commentaries in 2009, so you do the math. I've done them for quite a long time, and I've been really acquainted with this little community, this little, insular community that has developed from, the joint effort to make commentaries because we all have that commonality. I feel as though everyone's saying it's dying because the people that we've grown to associate ourselves with all have moved on and done separate things. I don't think the community itself is dead because a lot of people that are doing commentaries now are people that we don't identify as your stereotypical commentator. For instance, people like Waymu, Must Destroy All, and Nate Talks to You are people who technically do things that fall in line with what are known as commentaries, in which they take videos and then intersperse them with their own points. And other people do the same thing, it's just that nobody really notices them because everyone focuses on our little insular community and use them as an archetype. So in a sense, the commentary community is still vibrant in other parts of YouTube where people don't really tread that often. And when people do tread there, they normally don't associate it with being part of the commentary community or even as commentaries, really. I mean, quite honestly, there are still video game commentaries, which that's where all commentaries originally started, actually. If we're going to talk about it in terms of evolution, the primordial commentary was the one that was related to video game commentary. And that's where it all started. Maybe if you want to talk about it historically, maybe MST3K pretty much brought it to existence and maybe general riffing, but for the most part, I consider the internet form of commentary is to start from video game commentary, like with Retsupre and whatnot. So I feel as though it's still around, but not where it used to be. It kind of just spread out. And I understand like the sentiment regarding people thinking the commentary community is dying because a lot of the commentators that I have known and loved, like from 2011, have all done separate things and gone their merry way and are making other videos. Now I can respect people, maturing in their style and moving on and changing their ways, but at the same time, I don't think it's opportune to say that we're dying or we're dead. I don't think it's a reasonable assertion because you still have several people in the community that are still making videos, and honestly, this is about familiarity. So people like Kingdom Masters and the Mystery Oven thing and the former Kamikaze Master and Young Author Adam and Ovaldo Palomares and all those people that we've all known, and even Mephistan even, whom we've all become very associated with and very close with, have all decided to do other things. That doesn't mean that we're not going to stop talking to them. It just means that they just wanted to move on and do other separate videos. And that seems to be why people think the commentary community is dying. It's because people are diversifying their video output, and we've all become very familiar with them. Now, if we've actually expanded beyond our boundaries and actually, look beyond the fence of the commentary community that is, the insular part of YouTube, you could see them. You could see a lot of different commentaries from a wide variety of commentators if you want to broaden your definition. And what I've learned over the past couple months is if you do broaden that definition, the commentary community is very vibrant in other parts of YouTube. So, in a sense, I don't want to consider it, the rise and fall of the Roman Empire in the sense, because I feel as though some parts of the internet do reflect a vibrant, growing community. I mean, think about it this way. The first-generation ranting community, people consider it dead, but yet some members of the first-generation ranting community are still making videos. So does that mean it's dead? I mean, if less people are focusing on the videos, that does mean that not many people are focusing on the first-gen ranting community, but it doesn't change the fact that they are. So in a sense, they're not really dead, they're just thrown under the rug. And it's also a temporal thing, because, you know, a lot of people flocked to commentaries in 2011 because, as Mephistan said, there's a lot of drama going about, and maybe that's why the commentaries did proliferate. I mean, I do admit that I did make several commentaries on extant drama, but that doesn't mean, you know, A, that always happens in the community, and B, you know, it's not every commentary ever, but at the same time, I can understand, like, why people thought the commentary had a heyday, because a lot of people did make videos on the same topic, which pretty much formed the basis for people getting angry at the community. Now this turns into another section of the video that I just want to re-emphasize. This is a major thing that really bothers me about people who say the community is dying. They normally affix a positive, you know, connotation to that, saying that the community deserves to die and the community deserves to thin out, and the community deserves to lose people. Now, I understand that people who were in the community did have a lot of problems, and some people did reflect a lack of understanding of the internet, and a lot of people did get annoyed by that, to the point where, yes, drama ensued. But at the same time, though, it doesn't mean that every single member of the commentary community needs to be subjected to the same stigma that other people should be validly subjected to, because not every member of the commentary community is a Ralph Joseph Banzma or a, or Joshua or any of the major drama lulz cows that were extant between 2011, 2012, and now. You know, not every commentator is that way. And I feel as though some people generalize the community and just lump people into categories, especially those that are doing commentaries very, you know, clearly, concisely, and they're doing them well. I seem to think that some of the people who look at the community from an outside viewpoint seem to lump everybody into one category. And that's really annoying, because you have people who are actually really good in this community that are marginalized by that high opinion. Now, I can understand why people don't like the commentary community because of certain aspects regarding drama and bandwagons, but at the same time, if people are actually producing good content, why does that have to be automatically ignored, and why does that have to be marginalized by people who think that every single member of the community is nothing more than a 20-year-old autistic no-life who would rather, you know, spurg on the internet than do real-life things? Because that's not really your average commentator, if we're talking about good commentators. And let's not forget, a lot of people who are in the community do have lives. Well, everyone has a life, technically, but a lot of them have work to do. I know I do. That's why my commentary output has decreased. It's not, I mean, it's a matter of me doing real-life stuff, and it's also a matter of, you know, me thinking about commentaries. I still have some in the works. The thing is, it's just a slow progression because I'm focusing on other real-life stuff. So in a sense, I feel as though people should not make snap judgments about this, but people can talk and speculate on whatever they want. The point being is just, when you talk about the commentary community, it's important to realize that there are certain distinct elements in the community that do not reflect, like, you know, the entire definition of what commentary is, because there's such thing as news commentary, there's such thing as sports commentary, there's such thing as video game commentary, and there's such things as what we know as commentaries. And I feel because of this multifarious definition, people should not think about it from a very myopic lens. So it's important to realize that there are commentaries out there, just not within the realms of what we know as the commentary community. As I've stated before, this is a matter of familiarity. A lot of people that we've acquiesced to in the community, that we became friends with in the community, again, have all gone their merry way and done their separate things. And because we've seen the same people for a year, you know, we seem to think that the commentary community is dying because 3/4 of the people that we've met over the past year have now moved on and done separate things. But that doesn't mean that, you know, the rest of the internet is going to acknowledge a death of a major group. It's like saying that there's a certain, like, little subsection of the video game community, and then suddenly that section of the video game community, all the members just do separate things and are now in music communities, or are now or have left the internet, or have done or are now doing separate things. And that doesn't mean that the video game community is dying. It means that that particular group has dispersed. So I feel that's what's going on. There's a sense of dispersion going on here. So I just want to make this response just so I could clarify on certain things and hopefully, give out my viewpoint. I'm not going to say that I'm more valid or that I'm more right than Mephistan. This really isn't a right or wrong thing, but this is more a matter of what I feel is going on in the community. This is from my perspective. So hopefully you guys have sat through this 10 minutes of boredom, and hopefully you understand where I'm coming from on the matter. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the future with more commentaries. This is Youngblood Fantasy 91, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all in the brighter later.